Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Rebel Creatives podcast. I'm your host, Delano, and I help creative entrepreneurs increase their revenue using the Rebel Growth System. So, in this episode, I wanted to talk about the secret to consistent sales long term. All right. And before I, get deep into the secret, I wanted to just touch on some mindsets, some misconceptions, and then we can see how this secret is out there. And it's not really a secret, it's something that everybody knows. It's just that not every entrepreneur is doing it, right? So the first thing I want to, bust, myth I want to bust is feeling that in your business it's all about going after and always, selling to a big audience, which, don't get me wrong, that's something that you want to do, but in my eyes, you want to do it in stages, right? What I mean by that is, especially if you're a new business, you want to make sure that as you're scaling, you are developing your process. You're getting to know who you serve and what you do and improving it along the way. And the more you improve and the better you are at doing what you're doing, then you can increase the amount of people that you're targeting and that you're reaching, right? Because if you take your time and doing it steadily, there's less room for error, right? And it works out to cost you way less to grow and to build your business, right? The next myth I want to bust is people thinking they just need to get a very large customer base before they can, reach your revenue goals or, reach anywhere in their business. So it's like always, how can I get, X number of new customers every single day, every single week, every single month, whatever your, rate at converting people is, you're saying you need to get a bunch of new people coming in all the time. And you do the marketing and you do all the things that you need to do to get those persons, right? And next myth that I hear a lot, especially with local businesses, is my customers don't want to hear from me all the time, right? They will come when they are ready. That's the next myth I want to just bust. I say, no, that's not the case, right? They want to hear from you. Obviously, you don't want to do it like in a spammy way, but what you need to do is find a way how you can add value to your customers, right? People who already know what you offer and experience it and love it, you want to know how to keep that connection with them without being salesy, pushy, or slimy, as I hear a lot of entrepreneurs say, right? So it's not that they don't want to hear from you, it's just that you need to learn how to put out better value out there when you're reaching out to your existing customers. And it's the same for attracting new customers, right? You want to have a balance of selling and just giving value. Okay. And it's the same for even online entrepreneurs, right? When you're putting out content out there, are you doing clickbait stuff that people will just click and then don't get enough information and then you're pitching and selling and offering all the time? You want to find a balance and make sure that the content that you put out is truly valuable. And once you do that, people won't have a problem hearing from you because every time they hear from you, they're getting value, right? So, those are the three biggest myths I wanted to bust before I get into the secret to consistent sales long term, right? Now, the big secret is you need to have a good retention strategy in your business. Yes, and it doesn't matter what kind of business it is. And let me just say, like, if your business doesn't do like retention, and when I say retention, I mean have a service or a product that your clients or your consumers can use over and over and over again, is something like they buy it once and it's good for them for years or many years to come, then you want referrals, right? So it's either retention or referrals, but you want to make sure that your business has a sound retention or referral strategy, right? Because this way you're able to get your best customers, people who love your service, love your products, right? Love what you do. They know you, they trust you, to come back and spend more with you over and over and over again, right? When you achieve this, right, you're literally increasing your revenue drastically, because just getting 5% increase in your retention rate can increase your revenue by 75% or more, right? It's as simple as that. One other benefit of you working on setting up a very good retention or referral strategy is that it will cost you up to 77 times less than what it will cost you to get new customers by just getting your existing customers to come back and do business with you, right? So, for example, it may cost you about $50 to get a new lead. It might cost you $150 to get a new customer for your dentistry, for your your coaching program. It may even be more depending on your niche, right? But to get a customer who already loves your service, who is using it and everything, and just to get them to buy again from you, or to do an upgrade, do a vertical in your product line. It's so much easier and literally will cost you little to nothing, right? To get that person to do business with you, right? And that is how, if you can get most of your existing customers to come back, that's you increasing your revenue, right? Because if they would have normally spent, say, $10,000, and you get them to come in and spend an additional $10,000, that's your revenue doubling, right? Because the average lifespan of them is just coming one time. But if you get them to come one more time, even a percentage, that's how you increase your revenue, by getting your existing customers to come back more often, right? And getting that cost to be down, because what you're doing to get them to buy from you again isn't the same as what you would have to do to get new customers. Now, my favorite reason right, for building up on retention, other from reducing cost for acquisition, and getting my revenue to go up, is that through retention and through referrals, you always get the best people coming to you to do business with you, especially with referrals, right? These people are pre framed, they're easy to please, and this feeds into you building a better reputation for your business, which in turn leads to you getting a increase in your conversion when you finally go out to get new customers, right? And let me give a quick example of that. If I have a restaurant and I do, Jamaican jerk chicken, but I take 45 minutes to prepare mine, right? And it's the most delicious Jamaican jerk chicken you'll ever find, right? My customers who know and love my signature offer, my signature jerk chicken, they will tell others to check it out, and they'll tell them everything that it entails. They'll tell them about the taste. They'll tell them about how long it takes to prepare. They'll tell them about the ambience at my restaurant and stuff like that. Now, when that person comes in and orders at my restaurant, they already know everything that they can expect. Now, if I do, my job as consistently as I always have, they will be pleased. If I over deliver, even better, right? Because and how easy is it for me to over deliver? I know that they are a referral. I put them in a system so I know when a person is coming from a referral, and I give them an extra treat. I give them something extra, and that's me going over delivering and making a very good first impression on that person. But it's so easy for me to do. The flip side is me doing ads, getting people to come in, letting them know that they can get some juicy burger, well, not burgers, a Jamaican jerk chicken, right? And they come in, they don't know how long it will take to prepare. They don't know about my style, my ambience, or anything like that. And the biggest thing you can get wrong for a new customer in a restaurant is time. How fast are you able to give service? How is your entire service, as a matter of fact? And now this person might be displeased because normally they get their jerk chickens in about 30 minutes. Why is mine, you know, so long? They didn't get properly pre-framed. They're not as easy to please when they visit my restaurant, right? But through retention, we eliminate this because we are all, good friends when we refer business or anything to our friends, and we let them know exactly what it is. We know our friends, we know what they like or dislike. We know if they like to wait, we know if what they will be willing to wait for. We know how to express anything. And it's the same with movies. Whenever you're telling a friend about a movie, you know what your friend likes, and you will tell them, well, I know you will like this movie because it's action based. It's a little bit of comedy and stuff. Look out for that. But I know you don't really fancy comedy, but there will be a little bit, and you kind of set the tone based on your friend and what to expect. And that is the same thing that happens when you get referrals and you get your best customers to bring you business. So this is the secret, right? To really getting more consistent sales over the long term. It's just having a good retention strategy where you're getting your existing customers to come back more often by reaching out weekly, by reaching out to them in a medium that is easy, that is has a high open rate and has a high engagement rate. That's why we prefer SMS. And you want to send messages every week that has value, right? You don't need to send a message where you're selling and telling them to come in for this discount, or if you're doing a coaching program, here's my exclusive offer, always selling. No, you can just send messages where you're genuinely just asking about their well-being, what's going on, and be top of mind and give them a simple invitation, check us out, or check out this workshop that's going on, or check out this article where you can learn more about something. Give value. If you're a restaurant, you can let people know that, hey, um, on Fridays we're going to do a special menu item, so if they want, they can come and check you guys out. Just the whole idea here is to be top of mind and give invitations, right? It's like invitations to a birthday party, right? There's no strings attached or anything. You show up if you want or you don't. But the thing that's happening there is that you are making sure that you are top of mind in your existing customer's mind. And when they come in, they have a great time, they enjoy your product, they enjoy your service. You ask them for a review, you ask them for a referral, right? Nothing is wrong with asking. I see where a lot of businesses they fall short in this, where they don't ask. They feel, and this is another myth, that they don't want to bother their customers by asking for reviews and asking for referrals. They see it like it's a bother, right? But Look into yourself. Are you bothered when your friends ask you for a movie referral or to suggest or your opinion on anything? No, you're not. And it's like the same thing. Your existing customers, they're like friends to your business. Nothing is wrong for you to ask your friend for a favor to say, hey, would you mind leaving us a review so that others can know how awesome the experience is here so that we can help more people or get more people to have the same experiences that you're experiencing? Say, yeah, why not? You know, because really and truly, people don't mind sharing a good experience, right? And it's the same. Would you mind sending a friend or a loved one here to check out what we're doing and, see if they can get some gains or benefits from doing this program or enjoying this service or, nothing, they don't mind. But if you don't ask, you don't get the help. You don't get them to do anything in that area. It will just be random and sporadic. And the aim here is to really build something that is consistent so that you're getting consistent sales and that is long term, right? And to do that, you have to be proactive. You have to do the things that you need to. It's your responsibility, is what I'm trying to say, as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, to do the things necessary to get the results that you want. If you leave it up to your customers to do what they want when they want, they'll forget. And here's the reason why: you're not the only person vying for their attention. So if you're not trying to get their attention, then the other sources that are vying for their attention will win and trump in getting that attention and getting them to do things. Everybody has just 24 hours in a day. How much of it is going to be dedicated to you? Even in a week, not saying every day, but at least one time for the week, you want to kind of bump above the rest so that you're remembered. So you're not at the very bottom of a long list of things vying for that person's attention. And that's the real reason. We have changed to a time where a lot of things are on people's minds and we are trying to juggle a lot, and it just makes sense for you to be proactive in reaching out, because people don't mind something coming in front of them. It's just what and how. So you want to understand the best practices of reaching out to people now, the best practices of being on top of people's minds now, and then using that to make sure that your business is keeping in contact with your ideal customers and your existing customers. Right. So don't want to make this one too long or anything, but just to summarize, in order for you guys to really have a consistent sales in the long term, you just need to have a good retention strategy, right? Where you're getting the people who love your service to come back more often and get them to spend more with you. And all you need to do with that is you need to just build your own list of your best customers. You need to reach out to them regularly. I prefer SMS over email. And I do this, I like the frequency, the good frequency for this is like once a week. And you want to send messages that are giving value and that aren't salesy, right? You don't have to be selling all the time. You can give one offer each month, and then the other three are just invitations for them to be, remember about your business and let you be top of mind. All right. If you want to see a breakdown of the types of messages that you can send out, just reach out to me, right? Go to delanowallace.com. You'll find a way how you can, DM me easily there, or just find me on Facebook, right? And message me and say, hey Delano, I'd love to know those business generating messages that you send out, right? Hit me up and I'll send that to you, all right? And once you're sending those messages, you have your own list of your existing customers. What you want to do is you want to track to see when they're coming in. how often, and all of those things. And then when they do, you want to be asking automatically for your reviews and for your referrals, right? That's important. You want to make sure that you're being proactive and you're taking the steps necessary to ask for more business, right? Ask and you shall receive, is what I like to say. And when you get this right, what it looks like is that you start to see an increase in your revenue, you start to get more consistent sales, you get people to stick with you for a longer period of time, you start to reduce your customer acquisition cost because you're not spending so much to get new customers to come in, and you start to expand your organic exposure because now your best customers are going out there and they're consistently and predictably referring business to you. All right. So I hope this podcast was helpful. Hope you get to see the power of retention and how it can really help you to get more consistent sales and over the long term. uh Thank you so much for making it to this episode, and I'm Delano and signing out. See you in the next one.